Okay, looks like I finally got the hang of this after doing this a third or fourth time. Okay, everybody, it's Peter. It's Sunday night. Just watched an episode of the Orville, episode 2, Command Performance. Just a quick note, if you're in Ontario, or I'm not sure if it's going to be across the country, but they're going to move the Orville from Sunday night to Thursday at 9. I think it's because, and it's going to be this coming Thursday, because my guess is because next Sunday is the premiere of Star Trek Discovery, so I guess they don't want to have an overlap of if the Space Channel is going to run at, say, at 8 o'clock and the Orville's running at 8 o'clock, well, where are we going to get the fans? They're going to be going this way, that way, right? So it's, hey, why don't we got one day, another day, there's no conflict of interest, that kind of thing. So, Command Performance, starring the gang of the Orville, the Archers, the Orville. I had too many shows in my head. And again, I am on the fence with this one as well. We finally got an intro, which was different, reminiscent of Voyager, with sort of the humming music and comets flying by and that sort of thing. Music is still very much Jerry Goldsmith. There was some James Horner, if you remember some of the music from the Wrath of Khan. And there was one part there where this drama, and, dun, 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 dun. I'm going like, wait a minute. That's James Horner, Wrath of Khan. And James Horner, during the same time, too, was using the same music in Willow. He didn't really change his musical style for a few years. But anyway, so the story is basically that the captain and the first officer, they come across this transport, and supposedly it's Mercer's parents are on the transport for some reason. And I'd have to double check. I'll put comments later on. It was the one who played the mother on 2.5 Men. And it was Jeffrey Tamarin plays his father. Again, what I didn't like was there was a long-running colon joke. I felt like I was in the middle of a Mike Myers movie, with the one hit, and the jokes that run, for 5 minutes long. I can't even remember half the jokes anymore, but again, it was, so we got a colon joke still going on about the divorce. That's what part of this episode was. So what happened was they said, okay, we're going to go across and meet my parents because we don't want to have all this crosstalk coming across the comms channel. So especially I don't want people knowing about my colon problems. So they jump in a shuttle, they go across, and it ends with, oh, it's a trap. Spoilers, if you haven't watched it, then either watch it on demand or catch it later on one of the other channels. If you're in Canada, it'll be in Vancouver at about 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, probably be 8 o'clock Vancouver time. So in case no one's seen it yet, don't want to spoil it. But what I'm finding too is, again, laziness. Excuse me. Quite a bit of laziness again in this. Like I said, boring music. The plots, we have a little bit of Gamester of Triskelion to start off this episode. The one where Kirk, Uhura, and Chekhov beam down. They think we're going to beam down to this planet. Nope, we're on the Gamesters planet. We're going to be doing gladiatorial games. Ooh, another classic season 3 episode. But same premise. They beam down somewhere. Next time, we're not here. We're somewhere else. So there's a hint of what's going on. And there's quite a bit of The Cage, the original Star Trek pilot from the 60s. So we got a bit of that. We got the whole menagerie thing going on. Enough said. Again, don't want to spoil the end of this. But some of the stuff I'm not liking is really the acting. It's everybody's saying, well, we don't know what it is. They're selling it as a comedy, as a drama. Last week they were saying it was a dramedy. What I'm finding is it's none of that. It's basically more of a sitcom with really bad jokes. No pee jokes, no dick jokes this time. Bortus is going to have a baby. And apparently his species, they have eggs. Again, that's how the series, I'm trying to remember. How did this start up again? Right. See, that's how memorable this show is. I just watched it and I'm forgetting half of it. I'm getting old too, so. But yeah, and again, there was a bunch of egg jokes coming off of McFarlane, and it was just like, okay, and an egg joke, and a jank joke, and Bortus is just like, I don't understand Earth humor kind of idea. So yeah, we get it. This is okay. I'll stop with the jokes. I'll stop with the jokes. No more jokes for you, Bortus. And then we jump into the whole trap thing, and then they leave because Bortus has to be sitting on the egg for 21 days. So he's the next in command. Well, the other two are gone. He's off checking his eggs, and that leaves the chief of security, Alara. First time in command. It's like, oh my God, what do I do? And that would also throw me too. This whole like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? If you've ever seen The Last Starfighter, it's like, we die, kind of idea. And it's just, come on, guys, let's have a little more oomph in this. That's what I'm finding. That's why it doesn't feel, it feels a drama. It just feels like a poorly written comedy. We're trying to be funny. We're trying to tell a joke. And then some of the actors too, when they're getting like, well, we're going to just start chewing the scenery. We don't know what, that's what it feels like. It just feels like there's potential if let's make it, and I was just watching one with Midnight's Edge. I think that's what channel I follow. I'll put the link for that too. They were just talking about the previous Orville. They were talking about what's going to happen with Discovery, but they touched on that too. Like Orville doesn't seem to know what it's doing. And that's what I'm finding too. It's still not finding its footing. I understand, shows take a while. And it made me think again of TNG in the beginning. They didn't know which way they go. The acting was kind of stilted. Let's borrow The Naked Time, and we'll make a revamp of that one. There's even a hint on their record says, Data, find me that file on, somebody was frozen in a shower in their clothes. Oh, yes, and they're pointing at that episode. So, and this is the same thing too. It's sort of borrowing from at least 2 episodes. But yeah, it wasn't great. I didn't like everybody's freaking out. And like the girl didn't know what to do. Alara didn't know what to do. She says, oh my God, I'm freaking out. So she goes friends with the doctor, and the doctor makes a Star Wars joke. I'll be your Obi-Wan. And of course, he's like, what's that? That's a fine too. It's the 25th century, and they're still making jokes about 20th and 21st century. And the helmsman too made a joke. Not the helmsman, the navigator, the black fellow. I keep forgetting. I can't remember all these guys' names. Maybe we should write them down. He makes a straight out of Compton joke, and she's like, I don't get that. So yeah, that's where the humor sort of fails. Like you're telling jokes to people that don't get Earth humor, and other people trying to be funny and dropping one-liners. It should basically be like my favorite show that I used to go on about for a while, but it's been on now, Person of Interest. That was a serious show, but occasionally they dropped in a one-liner. Things like, hey, does somebody call 911 and they're dressed up as firefighters, to break into a building. Like, that's kind of funny. It's straight, but you're saying a deadpan is like, well, what about this? And, sometimes you can drop the occasional joke to break up the tension, and it doesn't come across like, well, that doesn't make sense. Like, what's it? This is what this show needs to do. And the thing is, too, the same as the divorce thing. You find out later what happens to the Mercer and Kelly, and where they're trapped. Of course, they're trapped together, and the marriage comes up again, and the divorce, and it's just like, enough already. We went over all this in the first episode. We're just going to keep bringing up the divorce as a joke all the time, and other things as jokes, and it's just, guys, it's not funny. So we'll see how it goes. So this Thursday is going to be episode 3. We'll see how that goes. I'm still amazed at the special effects. The like when the shuttle docks back end, and they had the special ding, 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 the extension piece and the way it hooks up and something like that. That was kind of cool. And the graphics are beautiful. Again, costuming, uniforms are beautiful. It's just the acting. The acting's just, I'm sorry, guys. It's not, there's going to be so many other people like, oh, we love this episode. I'm just like, no, I'm sorry. I really am. Hold on. Yeah, I did post on Facebook that I was going to go live. I was going to try to live Facebook. Maybe next time I'll try live Facebook. Maybe I'll get some more people trying. I am going to post this anyway. I'm going to put in proper tags and thumbnails and all the good stuff, and then you can chime in at that time. So anybody else, Orwellian, or whatever they're calling the fans now, what did you guys think? Did you enjoy the episode? Was it also meh for you, or are you waiting for Discovery? You're waiting for something else to come out? You know, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, dislike, hit the subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and we'll see you in my next video.